If you can picture those Civil War Union soldiers struggling to simply put one foot in front of the other, if you can picture Americans in the Revolutionary Army freezing and starving through the winter at Valley Forge, but staying in the ranks anyway, if you can picture a farm boy from Iowa keeping his gas mask handy in a trench in World War I, knowing that if he gets it on too late, some invisible gas will incinerate his lungs. If you can picture a GI holding out in December of 1944 at Bastogne in World War II, despite being surrounded, and wondering if his frozen trigger finger still works. If you can picture Marines and soldiers surging onto a Pacific Island beach over the bodies of those ripped apart by Japanese gunfire just moments before, but going forward anyway. If you can picture GIs surrounded in Korea, standing their ground as hordes of Chinese troops came at them. If you can picture a young draftee in a soggy place called Vietnam, coming back to base after night duty in the bush, with his body turned into an itchy red blob by hundreds of mosquito bites. If you can picture today's future veterans in Iraq and Afghanistan going out on patrol anyway, even though there's no way to know where that next IED awaits them, or whether the bullet that may find them is Shiite or Sunni. If you can picture these things, does it not give us pause to stand back for a moment and reflect? My God, what heroes served this country. They are the ones who, when the call came, stood up, came forward and said, "Take me, I'll go." Surely it would be dishonorable to let such dedication, such commitment, such sacrifice to fade from the national memory. Can we learn from history? I believe there's evidence that we have. Those Civil War soldiers fought to prevent the country from dividing against itself. Today, we are still the United States of America. In more recent history, many a Vietnam veteran returned to scorn and insult from their fellow Americans. Today, we are once again engaged in a conflict that bleeds us abroad and divides us at home. But Americans coming back today from Iraq and Afghanistan return to be respected and not abused. The country has learned to make a distinction between soldiers who are an instrument of policy and the policy makers.